Yeah. Young Gerald. Yeah. Yeah. Die line with the boom pow. Every week now I switch to a new style. 212s in the back just blew out. Everything I do end up in the news now. Yeah. Lead a club with a few now. Just some Hollywood girls and they do. I'm in the mood now. 2 a.m. What you wanna do now? What you wanna do now? Little baby, pass. Don't spill on me. That's Margella. Got this Oakland game to tell her. She look familiar. At Coachella, what's her name? Isabella, forget it, yeah. It's like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Tryna function, got some places we could go. Lot y'all got me speaking slow like, yeah, I'm blessed. I don't GA, you tryna, yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't go. Say less. Yeah. Say less. Hey girl, what it do? If you got friends, cool, bring a few through. No fun if the homies now R.I.P. Nate Dogg, it's too true. And you know what I'm down for. Round 2, round 3, and a round 4. Mood switch when she knocked at the front door. Next up was the uproar. Yeah, was like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Tryna tuck off, got some places we could go. Swear she got the like wow, she's blessed, I'm blessed. I don't GA. You tryna yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't go. Say less.
Sheesh, what you saying? I don't understand. I'm out my mind. I popped. Sheesh, I swear this lock shot got me stuttering. Girl, you so fine, I fall in love again. Sheesh, get it, my favorite rush. You talkative, ain't gotta say too much. Be quiet, who got some grapes? I'm tryna. I'm off both for these. Get it, not complicated. No conversation, get it. Not complicated. No conversation. Please say less. Please say less.
Please say less. I'm blessed. I don't GA. You tryna yes on. Say less. Say less. You ain't go. Say less. Say less. Say less. You ain't go. Say less.
everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We should have a good one on tap here today. It's the Panthers coming in at 6-4, going up against the Giants, who come in at 6-4. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 12 matchup.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. A short time ago, a scene that never fails to stir up the folks here in Charlotte. Cam Newton strutting his way onto the field. His guys are fired up as they get set to go toe-to-toe with the New York Giants. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They're led out by their big-bodied electric quarterback, Cam Newton.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victor.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. B.J. Goodson coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
There's Newton. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Giants will get it now at the 20. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And the wideout in motion. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. He finds Beckham complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Now back to throw. Oh, able to avoid him. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Here we go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards. To throw now on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. 2nd down following the incompletion.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. There's the stiff arm. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about that little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
And Ingram hauls it in. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open area.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Shane Ray in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Red zone opportunity. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are in for 6. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting?
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds, getting it just shy of the 35. Give him 14 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the 1st down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big pickup.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
Yeah, it was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many get.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 3rd down.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Out of the gun, Newton. And he's got room. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A very solid gain of 27. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 22. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Caught left side, it's Beckham. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When he decided to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Chambers. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Time for our players spotlight, and it focuses in here. Carolina getting set to take the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. B.J. Goodson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Back now. As I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Yeah, thank you. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
On 3rd down, Newton, and incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Now they try the right side here. Room here to run. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed, plenty of open field to get after that.
Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this.
Odell Beckham Jr. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Odell Beckham with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. 2nd and 10, Newton again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He does have the 1 interception, Charles, but I think that's been more than offset by the 3 first-half touchdown passes.
I would agree with you. There is a blemish, but when you've thrown 3 touchdown passes to try and erase it, that's a little bit better than the ratio that all NFL coaches are seeking from their quarterbacks, and he's giving it to them.
They'll take the 3-1
every single time.
First down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep, trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And some room to maneuver. 20, 10, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead, not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. He's going to try and go deep again. And that is incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away. Okay, so Larry apparently giving us the silent treatment all of a sudden, and we're going to skip ahead to quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. A beautiful fake. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Luke Kuechly not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll set up a throw. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
They'll set up to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina first down.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you can actually be pushed back.
And now look at him go. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. We get a look at Sterling Shepard as he and the rest of the offense march out into place. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. 23 yards on the play.
They had two tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up first down, too.
Let's go.
They go play action here on first down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Giants add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Rosas now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance, and he's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man, Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham with his third touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Giants take advantage of the turnover to put up 6.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And if
Greg Olsen, nobody ahead of him. He's at the 30. And he is down deep into Giant territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah.
And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On first down, it's Newton. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better out.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Greg Olsen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays, so let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll look to throw now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dante Fowler. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
He'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. K'Wan Short in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. They got 29 yards there, and it's first down, New York. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Going to give this time to the tailback. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there? You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. The shotgun snap for Newton. And the tight end Olsen, right side. And he is down deep into Giant territory. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, Newton. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. Throwing again is Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as he'll go for it on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Giants are going to get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Stiff-armed him. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Good strength, but not able to get a whole lot. Tackled shy of the 10. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 4th down in New Orleans. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Michael Thomas, he's found the end zone with a touchdown reception in that one. They'll drop to throw. K'Wan Short in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
It's been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And the Giants send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.